This week is a super exciting week for the tech industry. We have the Windows 10 event as well as the Apple event this week. Really, tomorrow is the Microsoft event, and the next day is the Apple event. Okay, first and foremost, this event will definitely cover the changes that are upcoming to Windows 10. I hope that they really focus on stability, realistically. I like where they're going with the pen thing because of the Surface line, but for the most part, stability. You know, I want to be able to run the same application over and over and over again every single day and not wonder whether it's going to start. Yeah. As far as devices, this is the more exciting part. Everybody likes software updates and new features coming in that way, but the more exciting part is definitely the hardware. So I think that devices that are going to be announced are probably going to be just the Surface line. They're just going to talk about more about the Surface line. I'm on the fence about the Surface Phone. I know a lot of people are reporting that it's probably dead, but seeing the phone that just came out recently that a lot of YouTubers are reviewing, that I wish I got to be able to review, that new Elite phone. I think Microsoft is not going to just abandon that idea, especially because their vision is very much of a mobile computing and that you take your computing with you. So I don't think that's going to go anywhere. They may not create their own phone, but I feel like they should. I feel like they would, just because you know they made their Surface, they made the Surface Book and the whole Surface line just to be able to show off what Windows really is supposed to be and what their vision of the future is. I'll have a link below to talk in the description to talk about and show the vision that they have for what computing is going to be like. And I gotta say, it is super exciting. I hope that we get to that point. So go ahead and watch that, or I'll just put it in the cards after this video, of course. But I think that's where they're going. And with that in mind, I think the Surface Phone should not be completely discounted or disregarded as something that they're just going to abandon. Now, there's been lots of rumors of a Surface AIO, and there's even been some patents and whatever listings. That sounds super interesting. I don't know how they're going to differentiate that, because their entire idea is kind of a mobile computing platform that's going to be kind of your computing platform that moves with you. And so I guess as an AIO, I don't know. I see it more as kind of, you know, the Apple's display where it's, I forget what they call it, the cinema display or something like that. I feel like they're going to have that instead. So it's going to be maybe a dock with a display in it and maybe even a discrete GPU, and then you connect to it with your Surface or your phone or whatever Surface device or, you know, Windows 10 computer. I think that's going to be more of, that would be kind of more of what I would expect from them. I feel like that would speak more true to what their long-term goal is, but you never know. They may just be trying to get into all the different computer fields. Now, of course, the Surface Pro 5. So I use the Surface Pro 3 for at least a year. The Surface Pro 4 I used for a little while. My family uses the Surface Pro 4, and my brother uses the Surface Book, which I'll get to in a minute. Great devices. I really, really enjoy those. I am going to actually have a video coming out soon that's going to talk about each of those. For the Surface Pro 5, I think they're going to probably keep the battery life where it's at. You know, the 8 to 10 hour sweet spot has kind of been the big bragging point for Ultrabooks. I don't think they're really going to try to push that envelope too much more, but they're going to try to eke more out of that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a 4K display with the same battery life, and that would be possible because of the performance to battery ratio, I guess, the improvements of the Kaby Lake CPU architecture and what you get from that CPU, which I think will definitely be in there. I think it's not too outlandish to think that they may include a SKU with the NVIDIA, one of the NVIDIA GPUs. I think that would be possible if they don't include that in a dock. They're definitely going to improve the peripherals, things like the keyboard. You know, they've done that each time. The pen for sure. We've seen things like in rumors where it's got a rechargeable battery. I hope that they don't go too much into the Apple Pen area or Apple Pencil area where you basically have to charge it daily if you use it regularly. maybe every other day or every 3 days. But I'm hoping it's more of like a monthly charge at most if they do charge it. I hope they keep the eraser. I hope they change the layout of the pen or of the buttons. I hope they keep buttons, but I hope they change the layout of that just a little bit. Maybe add the second one back in. The Surface Pro 3 had 2 buttons. I liked that. I hope they add that back. We were told that the dock would be from the Surface Pro 4 would be usable on future Surface models, which means that they are committed to the Surface Connect. I'm hoping that has a fast enough transfer protocol for things in the future, like a dock that will have an external GPU or something of that nature. I hope that's as good as at least USB Type-C, but they definitely seem committed to that. We'll see how long they stay committed to that, but we'll go from there. For the Surface Book, I think it's definitely going to just have a refresh to, like I said with the Surface Pro 5, the newer internals, so things like Kaby Lake processor, may have, I think it would be great to have a quad-core variant, but I don't know, because they do like the whole detachable display thing, so they may not have that as an option. I think they'll have a 10 series GPU for sure. That would surprise me if they didn't. Probably try to remain the same battery life, and it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to redesign entirely the chassis so they didn't have that gap, you know, that gap. That's awkward. Things that I really hope that they do, keep the same or cheaper price points. So that's going to be a hard one for them, but I hope they keep the same or cheaper price points for their models. And I like that they have a range. I hope that they kind of broaden the range a bit more, so they have one with an even cheaper model at the entry level, with maybe M3 equivalent or just a really low powered, cheap, more tablet-esque. And then they have one that, like maybe on the Surface Pro 5, have one that goes all the way to the GPU. So that would be even more expensive than we have now, maybe, or the same price, I don't know. But I hope that they have a nice big wide range, and that range includes a whole variety of options that really cater to everybody. I would love for them to keep the price point the same and include the keyboard. I don't see that happening just because of how quality the keyboard is. I mean, realistically, it is a very nice keyboard. People are buying the Surface anyway with the keyboard, and they're complaining about it, but hey, you know what? They're shelling out the money anyway. It is working. I don't blame them for not doing it. I really hope that they do add it in though, in the box. I hope that the new peripherals, so the keyboard, the pen, I hope that they are backwards compatible. I hope that whatever dock they come out with, I really hope they come out with the external GPU dock like the Razer Core, but uses a Surface Connect technology, the cable. That way we could use it in the Surface Pro 4 and Surface Pro 3. That would be amazing. That dock I think would sell really well. I would use it. I'd for sure buy it. You'd see a review of it for sure. If they had the external GPU dock, you will see a review on this channel. Unless my wife doesn't let me. Babe, please? Comment down below, what do you think is going to be in the event tomorrow? Are you excited about it? Do you even like Surface? Do you care? Are you just going to wait the extra day? Watch the Apple event coming out the 27th, so 2 days from now. I'm going to watch both. I might do another video like this about the Apple. Also, comment below. Tell me, are you excited? Do you want to see the review of the Surface Pro 3, 4, Surface Book, maybe Surface 5 and Surface Book 2? I don't know. It depends on when they come out and what kind of budget I have and stuff. This channel doesn't really make any money, and I'm not sponsored, so it'd purely just be me buying it and I just had to find a use for it, or let my wife have it. If we get the Surface Pro 5, most likely it'll be for my wife. We'll see. But yeah, comment below. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos coming your way.